CHAMPS is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, where possible is everything. The Varsity Shop Training Center, Oakland County's premier sports training and instructional facility. The Suburban Collection, make the choice. And Metro PCS, wireless for all. Hey everyone, the boys basketball season is wrapping up, but not before we see a pair of teams that have big plans on finishing the season at the Breslin Center. Tom Markowski's fourth-ranked team in Class B, Detroit Country Day, on the road to battle Tom's fifth-ranked team in Class A, Romulus. You have found yourself on the only network source for high school sports, State Champs. We're glad you're with us. My name is Lauren Plant. Now, we're also going to give you our first taste of the Winter State Championships. We've got the Division I and Division III team wrestling finals. Plus, we've already had a major upset in the week-old hockey state playoffs, and we've got the KLAA Boys Basketball Association title tilt. But let's begin our Metro PCS high school highlights from the Cereal City. We begin with the Division III team wrestling finale. Two of the state's truly storied programs, and for the third time in 6 years, Richmond and Dundee meeting on the mat for the state title. For Dundee and White, 2007, the last time they hoisted the hardware. We begin with the first match of the day, 130-pounders. Dundee's second-ranked Doug Rojam taking on 125's third-ranked Dustin Pitkel. Good battle, but the sophomore Rojam would prevail as he nails the blast double. Richmond looking for a championship three-peat to 135. 10th-ranked junior Nate Henke and 130's fourth-ranked Brandon Ashley going at it. Brandon with a good hold of Henke, but Nate dives to the reverse. Nate would take the match. The Blue Devils setting the tone. Devin Skatska versus Brody Whitman, and Devin pulling off the cement job on Whitman, finishing with the pin. Winners of 6 state crowns in their history, it was more Richmond at 145. Second ranked at 140, Garrett Edwards bumping up to meet Sean Morogan. The senior Edwards hits Morogan with a fireman's tip and finishes with a headlock for the pin. Blue Devils up 3 matches to 1. Back come the Vikings, 152. Junior Liam Grantham, the #1 ranked wrestler in this class, against Bo Barton. It was close early, but Liam hits a nice high crotch and transitions to a turret. Liam would get the victory. But the #1 ranked team in Division III, Richmond, would answer. Second-ranked Greg Sebastian battling 10th-ranked Jay Schroff. Sebastian gets in deep on Schroff, completing a high crotch with a double. Blue Devils back in front. To 285 we go. Dundee senior John Morogan, the top heavyweight against Josh Young. Morogan was in control as he counters Young's double leg attempt with a go behind for 2. He'll take the match. Dundee also took 103, but here comes Richmond, 112-pounders. This is the freshman Austin Van Zatter versus Sean Kylitz, and the 9th grader rocking, countering Kylitz's double leg with a nice sprawl and front counter for 2. Austin wins, and the Blue Devils now just down a point. At 119, 9th-ranked Nick Berg matched up with Anthony Borello, and Nick would get both legs in on Borello, turning him with a power half for the pin. Richmond back in the lead at 28-23. To the final match we go, in 125. Richmond senior Stephen Ireland, the #1 ranked wrestler in 119, bumping up to 125 to match wits with Brad Scholl. The Blue Devils need the win to clinch it, and the senior Ireland fights off Scholl's leg attempt and finishes off Nyberg. Stephen and the Blue Devils feeling it. Since the state went to divisions in 1996, Richmond is the first to win 3 straight state championships.
I'm Jackie Conti, and I'm here with Stephen Ireland. Congratulations, you got the pin that won ya. How you feeling?
I feel great. Senior year, match came down to me. I had to pin, and if I pinned him, then we won the match. And I pinned him, and we made history in Division III by being the first team to ever win 3 state titles in a row.
It's a great feeling. You know, this group of kids has been here 4 times. We won it 3 times, and it's a special group, and extremely proud of them. Great parents, great kids, you know, and we're going to miss them, but they've left a great legacy in our program, and hopefully the younger kids can keep it going.
Time now to take a look at the latest from Lawrence Technological University. One of the hardest things to do when thinking about your future is to figure out what path might work best for you. It's not always easy to determine what direction you should take, but thanks to Lawrence Tech, the opportunities are wide open. The many quality degree programs at LTU offer an array of choices, and as Architectural Engineering Director Philza Walters will tell you, all you really need is a passion for learning to really get you started.
Well, especially for students that are interested in a lot of the fields that we offer, and those students that are academically, they're achievers, and not only academically, but they want to be leaders, they want to be doing bigger and better things. This is a great place for them to be able to do that. And I guess I tell students as they're in high school, because a lot of them ask, what should I be taking to prepare? And I say, take all the math and all the science and all the English, because what we're going to do is we're just going to take those things that you've already done in high school and just take it to the next level up. And we're going to try to hopefully pull out of them the things that they feel are their talents, the things that they're interested in, because we've got so many programs here. So whether it's architecture or engineering or psychology, whatever it is, there's something that we'll be able to pull out of them and help them actually develop that so that it can be a career for them someday.
Lawrence Tech strives to produce graduates with both the theoretical and practical knowledge needed for the real world. It is that distinction that makes Lawrence Tech one of the leading universities in the country, and why they continue to excel at creating future leaders. Until next week, I'm David Fays from Lawrence Technological University for State Champs. Experience everything Lawrence Technological University has to offer at ltu.edu. Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
We just got started here on State Champs. Coming up later in the show, we have all the highlights of the Division I wrestling final, Detroit Catholic Central taking on Oxford. Coming up, we have more of the highlights here on State Champs.
Hey folks, Lauren Plants here. Well, you got to get a car, right? Well, one of the most important decisions you can make is where you buy your car. That is why we implore you to choose a Suburban Collection dealership in Southeast Michigan. They want to be your dealership for a lifetime. We are in the great city of Ann Arbor at Suburban Chevrolet. Andy Rembeck is here to talk about this beautiful piece of American craftsmanship.
That's right, Lauren. The new Malibu is made in Kansas City and it's getting 37 miles to the gallon freeway, which is so important with today's gas prices, and starting in the mid-20s. It's a great deal.
Absolutely. Get on down here to Suburban Chevrolet. Remember our pre-owned deal of the week coming up just a little bit later.
With the Samsung Galaxy Attain 4G, you'll gain a world of real-world momentum. You'll gain the speed of a 4G LTE network for faster downloads and faster surfing. You'll gain a camera with flash, letting you take pictures in any light. And a front-facing camera for video chats captures every moment in real time. You'll gain the Android 2.3 Gingerbread platform for intense customization with hundreds of thousands of available apps. Gain momentum now with the Galaxy Attain 4G.
Are you ready to reach your New Year's resolution goals? You can achieve those goals with the exciting new 90-Day Health Challenge. This new program is made in Michigan and is transforming people across the nation.
It's about gaining that lifestyle where you're just a healthy individual.
I lost 66 pounds on my 90-day challenge.
I lost 30 pounds in 90 days.
Log on to statechamps.tv to reach your health goals with the Body by V 90-Day Challenge. State Champs continues now. More Metro PCS high school highlights. Those of you who've been around long enough know that Salem used to be a consistent contender in boys basketball. Now, due to the fact that Plymouth joined the campus, that kind of diluted some of the talent, other factors, but it's really been about 10 years since the Rocks have really been relevant. Well, you know what they say? The times, they are a-changing. Lakes Conference champ Pinckney gunning for their first KLAA Association title. The Pirates just 12-7 on the season, but they disposed of All Lake Central to get here. Off to a fast start in the first, a pair of seniors hooking up. Dominic Bona, the dribble drive, and the give to Peter Barry, who finishes. Still in the first, Bona will decoy inside this time. Dish outside to the senior Tyler Wagner, who nails the three ball. Pinckney led 18-11 after the first. Now it's been a decade-long drought since Salem won a conference crown. That's done after beating Northville for the Kensington title. The offense getting going in the second. The junior Kevin Mack drains it from downtown. The Rocks ended the half on a 15-4 run. This is the senior Tyler Stewart making his move and the kiss off the window. Salem led 26-22 at the break. Pinckney, however, would start the second half on an 8-0 run. It's Barry working it inside, and the baby hook is good. He finished with a game-high 26. But Salem responded with 6 unanswered before the end of the third. The very talented junior Chris Durker is a beast. Baseline drive and the throwdown. He finished with 18. Heading into the final quarter, Rocks up 38-34. But Pinckney hanging in there. Drew Stevens going baseline, flips to Wagner, who drops the bunny. Pirates now down just a deuce.
Let's go Salem! Let's go Salem!
Would Salem finish the job? Off the Pinckney turnover, it's Stewart all the way for the lay-in. T. Stu would finish with a team-high 20. Salem wins 52-30. Salem wins 52-48, KLAA Association champs. It's ice time now. We take a drive up Beck Road to CompuWare for the Division I pre-regional hockey final. The number 1 ranked team in the state, Detroit Catholic Central, taking on the defending state champions, the Novi Wildcats. This was a rematch of last year's incredible 3-overtime pre-regional playoff when the Cats ended CC's 2-time reign as the state's top dogs. Let's begin in the first period. Novi on the power play. Junior John Mentzer's shot is stopped, but the senior Ryan Kobilarek buries the rebound. Wildcats up 1-zip. Novi kept coming. Late in the period, this is the definition of a fast break. Tic-tac-toe. Travis Traynor to Curtis Herzog, but what a save by Shamrocks junior Derek Moore. It was still 1-0 Novi after the first. The Wildcats came in winners of 11 straight after Charlie Green tied the game for the Shamrocks early in the second. Neutral zone turnover. The senior Tyler Van Acker with a stick move in the shot, but Patrick Carney will sit on it. The junior stopped 28. It was 1-1 heading into the third. CC fresh off another MIHL League crown on the power play to start the third. Hockey Player of the Year nominee Nolan Glukowski shot denied, but senior Robert Alt jams in his second goal on the year. CC snatches the 2-1 lead. Let's move now to under 5 minutes in regulation. Cats working hard in the CC zone. Feast your eyes on this one-timer from Menser. That is big time. We were tied at 2, and just like last year, we were headed into overtime. But this time, it would only last 1 extra session. Herzog will grab it off the boards, slide it to Traynor, and the senior delivers the game winner. Novi shocks Catholic Central for the second year in a row. 3-2 the final.
We had the battle, and just really proud of this team. I've been proud of them. I told them no matter what the result was, that I was extremely proud of how they've worked, how we've played, and if you focus on the process, the results will come, and that's what they've done.
Make sure to interact with us on Twitter at State Champs TV to get all the updates and more on everything we're covering each week. Coming up, we're going back to Battle Creek for the wrestling finals here on State Champs.
With the Samsung Galaxy Attain 4G, you'll gain a world of real-world momentum. You'll gain the speed of a 4G LTE network for faster downloads and faster surfing. You'll gain a camera with flash, letting you take pictures in any light. And a front-facing camera for video chats captures every moment in real time. You'll gain the Android 2.3 Gingerbread platform for intense customization with hundreds of thousands of available apps. Gain momentum now with the Galaxy Attain 4G.
Looking for all the latest high school hoops and football recruiting news? Join the conversation and tune in to the new State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show every Friday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on 11:30 a.m. WDFN. The Detroit News' Tom Markowski and yours truly, Lauren Plant, will bring you up-to-date scores and stories, including player and coach interviews. Presented by Lawrence Tech University, it's the State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show, Friday nights from 9 to 11 p.m. on WDFN, The Fan.
Welcome back to State Champs. We go back to our Metro PCS high school highlights. The rematch of the Division I wrestling final, Detroit Catholic Central taking on Oxford.
This is it, 365 for this day right here. 365 for this day. We are State Champs. Here we are battling for our championship. Have no doubt. We are still the state championship until somebody proves us differently.
It's been a year since Oxford took the state championship away from CC in the final match. Ranked the top team in all of wrestling all season, the Shamrocks in white had already exacted revenge over Oxford in the Oakland County Championships, but this was for the state hardware. We start at 1:30. Sophomore Malik Amin taking on Mike Willits. Malik on the low ankle and the scramble finish for two. CC up early. Next to 1:35, senior Andrew Thompson and Noah Cantera getting together. Thompson is heading to West Point next year, but not before this great leg defense and the go behind. Andrew would get the W. After Oxford took the 140 class, the CC steam engine roared back. At 145, the returning individual state champ at 130, now sophomore Logan Marsicki matched up against Wesley Maskill. Logan in control. The run to a single and the nasty trip finish. Logan notches his 34th victory on the year. Catholic Central also runs out an All-American in Columbia University-bound Alec Moradian. 40-2 on the campaign and number 1 at 152. Alec facing Zeb Throne and Moradian doing what he does best, dominate. The hammerlock, scooping the head and getting thrown in a tight half for the pin. Shamrocks take 4 of the first 5 matches. It continued at 160. Two-time state placer and 5th in this weight class, Nick Mason versus Jacob Beasley. He's ranked 5th at 125, bumping up here. It was tied late, but the senior Mason executes the high crotch to a double leg finish. Chalk up another win for CC. To 171, returning state finalist and another number 1 ranked grappler, Drew Garcia is 38-3, squaring off against Marty Gianola. The sophomore Garcia will win it. Hear the blast double for 2.
We are CC. We are CC.
Yet another guy who earns the title as number 1, 189-pound senior Kevin Beasley, 40-1, taking on Liam Logan. The Old Dominion-bound Beasley needed just 39 seconds. Bottom leg to a half, pound the mat. More of the same to 215. Jay Peterson of CC taking on Grant Krause. This was close, but Peterson using the single leg to a dump finish. Catholic Central cruising. But this was the 5th straight Final Four for Oxford, and they have our Metro PCS Mr. Football winner, Prescott Line, going to Southern Methodist for football. 215's number 1 in the state. Bumping up to heavyweight because the Cats needed a pin over Bob Coe. The defending state champ hits a double leg, changed off to a single, and finishing to a dump. Prescott would take the match, but no pin. Catholic Central capitalized. Freshman Trevor Zadebski, second ranked at 103. Daniel Curtis, his opponent. Trevor in the zone as he hits a 2-over-1 with a hip heist reversal for 2. Trevor went on to win. Now to 119. Senior Shamrock TJ Fagan up against Anthony Moore. TJ gets Anthony with the cross face cradle. The knee slide will finish it and the pin. Finally, last match of the day at 125, returning state champ sophomore Ken Bade versus D1 second-ranked wrestler here in Kyle Hill. Bade, who has been number 1 at 130 this season, utilizing a great high crotch defense, scoots the corner and hooks the leg. He'd later win on a technical fall. Detroit Catholic Central once again, kings of the hill. They beat Oxford for their 2nd straight crown in 3 years. Jackie has the reaction.
I'm here with Alec Meridian. Congratulations, you guys state champs. You got your revenge. 2 titles in 3 years. How you feeling?
I feel great right now. It's the best feeling in the world. After all the hard work that we did to come back and win in this fashion, it was just great.
I am so darn proud of you. Great job. State Champs 2012.
The high school highlights are presented by Metro PCS.
Wireless for all. Coming up, it's our Suburban Collection main event. And boys hoops, Romulus taking on Detroit Country Day next on State Champs.
What's the best time of year? Summer, of course. Our pre-owned deal of the week encourages you to grab your flip-flops and imagine yourself soaking up the rays in this 2009 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider GS 2-door convertible. Gas-efficient 4-cylinder with beautiful charcoal interior and a body bathed in rave red pearl. power roof and less than 43,000 miles. 0 down, just $229 a month. Make your way to Ann Arbor and Suburban Chevrolet on Jackson Road and make the choice. Get ready for opening weekend. Michigan high school football, Midtown Detroit style. Get ready for Adams Field on the campus of Wayne State University. Get ready for the most exhilarating, thrilling, and memorable weekend of the 2012 football season. Get ready for the Prep Kickoff Classic. 2 days, 6 games, 12 top Southeastern Michigan teams. Connect your business or your product to this unforgettable sold-out event by plugging in as a sponsor. Log on to DetroitSports.org or contact Lou Battanti for more information. Reach the families, fans, players, coaches, and media by sponsoring the 2012 Prep Kickoff Classic. Coming to Detroit, August 24th and 25th, 2012. Are you serious about reaching your athletic goals? Then come to the Varsity Shop Training Center. The Varsity Shop Training Center is a premier sports training and instruction facility for athletes of all ages and abilities. Our full-time certified strength and conditioning staff can focus on all aspects of athletic development. Reach your full potential and log on to varsityshoptrainingcenter.com or call 248-874-4920 and ask for the State Champs Varsity Club member discount. Welcome back to State Champs. Well, it's the annual get-together to close out the regular season in boys basketball. Two teams that always have their eyes on the ultimate prize. Now, if you are Country Day, well, you're going to have your work cut out for you in the Class B state tournament. But the coaching job that Kurt Keener has done this season has been masterful at times. Now, in Class A, if you're Romulus, Coach Nate Oates, the ultimate tactician and motivator, a lot of people believe that this is the year the Eagles finally get the job done. This perfect prep playoff is our Suburban Collection main event.
8 games. We're trying to get this thing rolling as good as we can. There's going to be 8 pretty dang good games. And that team over there can put points on the board. We have to guard.
16-3 Romulus looking for a strong finish to the regular season. For almost a decade now, it ends with DCD. 15-2 Country Day, averaging 70 points a game this season, started hot. Buckets came in 8 of the first 9 possessions. The DePaul recruit Jodan Price knocks down the tray and gets the foul. Yellow Jackets had a 17-5 lead after 1. DCD patient, not intimidated. A pair of sophomores getting it done here. Edmund Sumner the drive and the dish to Maurice Ways. Country Day headed into the locker room up a comfortable 31-20.
This is a team that everybody said all year over in that locker room over there that they're too soft, they're too this, they're too that, and they're 10 times as freaking tough as we are tonight.
So Coach Oates calling out his boys. Third quarter, Romulus running. The Eastern Michigan-bound Ray Lee with the alley-oop to the junior E.C. Matthews. But Country Day D back up. Reed McManus outlets to a streaking Price. The two-hand slam. The Yellow Jacket lead was 42-32. But little did we know we were in for a fourth to remember. A testament to the resolve of Romulus. 2 Eagles leading the charge. Junior Wes Clark with hop and the pop. More Eagles. Avion Simmons is doubled. He finds a wide open Lee and he gets it to go. Romulus down by 1 with under a minute to go. But as time ticked away, it looked like Country Day would hang on. Austin Price will catch the Eagles napping. The inbound in stride to Sumner and the sophomore with the hoop and the horn. The Yellow Jackets were up 57-53. But an unbelievable series of events that saw bench technicals and travels. 1.4 ticks left. Eagles down 2. Money in the bank. That was an E.C. Matthews miracle game-winning 3 in one of the best finishes, I'll say it, in state history. Romulus wins 60-59. The main event is powered by the Suburban Collection. We caught our breath and then caught up with this game's hero of the hardwood. The dust has settled. Our primetime performer, of course, E.C. Matthews. He hits the shot. Romulus wins the game. One of the most amazing finishes we've ever seen. What momentum does this give you guys?
I don't know. Give us all the momentum in the world, but it don't mean nothing if we don't come on Monday and work harder. So it ain't nothing right now. Just a step in our direction.
Right. Regular season over, postseason begins. All right, we wrap things up this week out at Lawrence Tech University. We're inside the gym for this week's version of The Buzz, providing the sting, the Detroit News, Tom Markowski. All right, it's March. The madness has already begun on the girls' side. We gave you guys a preview last week. Now the boys' regular season is in the books. Next stop, districts. Give us a preview.
Well, I like Romulus to win it all. They were my #1 team in the preseason. Struggled a little bit in December. They're back on track.
Now this sounds a little bit like last year.
It does, but this team is better. They're coming together. Nate's telling me this team's gelling. They've had their ups, they've had their downs. I think they're leveling off. In the Final Four, I have East Lansing, Romulus, Denby, a big surprise, and Saginaw. Class B, I like Sexton. Sexton is the best team in the state. There's nobody going to touch them, but I do have Godwin Heights, Crockett, and Muskegon Heights also in the Final Four. Class C, Flint Beecher, this is a team I've seen. They can play with the big boys. They're going to win it. Also in the Final Four, Schoolcraft, Shelby, and from the UP, Negaunee in Class D, another slam dunk. Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian repeats, along with Climax Scots in the Final Four, and we have McBain Northern Michigan in the Final Four, and Southfield Christian for the first time.
Well, tell us real quickly about Denby.
Well, Denby's got an easy road. They go through Macomb County. They're going to have a tough game, if you want to call that, in the quarterfinals against either Southfield Lathrop or Detroit Henry Ford or maybe even Rochester.
All right, well, this television format can never give us really enough time to dig deep into the issues. That is why we continue The Buzz online in our OT with Markowski conversation. So what can fans be treated to by logging on to statechamps.tv?
We'll talk about the meaningless games at the end of the season and how that can be changed, and also how the change of seasons with the girls now playing with the boys can be a better fit.
Okay, all right. Tom has strong opinions on these, believe me, so check it out. It is only at our website, statechamps.tv. It's The Buzz, the OT with Markowski, but we'll also go ahead and throw it up on Facebook for you as well. Now, we continue our Winter Sports State Championship coverage next week, so we invite you to join us right here. Also, again, join us for the next couple of weeks every Friday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on WDFN 1130 a.m. It is the State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show. Have a great week. State Champs is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, where possible is everything. The Varsity Shop Training Center, Oakland County's premier sports training and instructional facility. The Suburban Collection, make the choice. And Metro PCS, wireless for all.